Fever dub! Woo! Woo! Fever! Good dub. Ugly, but we found a way to win. Woo.
Here's a revenge stat that'll give you chills. After getting out-rebounded and out-muscled by the Atlanta Dream in a close loss on May 20th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever flipped the script just 2 days later. In their May 22nd rematch, the Fever dominated the paint, outscoring the Dream 46-20 and holding Brittney Griner to just 5 points before she fouled out.
Hey, Steph. This question is for you. I just wanted to talk about what you saw out of your team that was different from Tuesday. Obviously, it's a quick turn, but how did you feel like your adjustments paid off on the court?
I felt like our defensive energy, physicality, disruptiveness was better. We made it more difficult for them, moving the ball around the perimeter. We executed better in our ball screen defense. Felt like we had each other's back a little bit more.
The same team that narrowly lost at home came to Atlanta and dominated in the most satisfying way possible. This kind of quick turnaround and in-game adjustment shows exactly why the Fever are built for championship runs. Stick around, because we're also breaking down the spicy scuffle between Caitlin Clark and a Dream player, and the shocking words they exchanged on the court. What did this win reveal about Clark's ability to lead a team stacked with all-stars and weapons on any given night? Drop a fired up for the Fever in the comments to show your pride in this statement win. Let's go.
One thing this Indiana Fever team has shown us they will do this year is not quit on the game. The Indiana Fever down early, come back, take the lead. Down late, come back, take the lead. The only difference between tonight's outcome and Tuesday's outcome is a letter.
Picture this. Just 2 days before their revenge game, the Fever walked off the court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse feeling completely gutted. That 91-90 loss to Atlanta wasn't just another game that slipped away. It was the kind of defeat that exposes every flaw in your team.
Yes, this stinks. We want to win this game. But, I think this is great for our team. A little adversity. How are we going to respond? How are we going to come in here tomorrow morning and watch the film and learn and get on the court and get better? And like I said, that's why this league is so great. You have a couple days and then you get right back to it. You find a way to respond. We have a chance to go there and play them, actually. So it's even better, I guess. We can, get a little redemption if we go down there and play.
That loss wasn't just a regular season setback. It exposed every weakness the Fever had been trying to hide. Atlanta came into Gainbridge Fieldhouse and dominated in ways that should have been impossible on Indiana's home floor. The Dream out-rebounded them, outmuscled them in the paint, and made it look effortless. Brittney Griner did exactly what everyone expected against Indiana's undersized lineup. She scored at will, dropping 21 points with no real resistance. Ryan Howard added to the damage with 20 of her own, slicing through Indiana's defense from every angle. And the free throw line told the rest of the story. Atlanta went 25 for 32, while the Fever hit just 16 of 26, with those missed opportunities proving costly in a 1-point loss.
They shot 32 free throws. It's a lot of free throws. It's going to be difficult to win a lot of games when we foul people that much and put them at the line that much. It's tough. They made 25 out of 32. We still went to the line 26 times, missed 10. So that's the game really right there. It obviously doesn't come down to that, but it's just a little thing.
But here's what most people missed about that loss. The Fever weren't just losing. They were studying that head coach Stephanie White admitted after the game. I don't feel like we match up well with them. She saw what everyone else did. The Dream's Olympians, their perimeter skills, their size, their experience. But while Atlanta celebrated, White and her staff were already in the lab, planning something different, something smarter.
Out of our fight, the toughness that we showed, our ability to stay together. Our bench was really engaged in every timeout and in every huddle. We were all engaged.
The players left that locker room with a different kind of energy, not defeated, but determined. And in the 48 hours between games, everything changed. That crushing home loss didn't break them. It became fuel. The kind of fuel that powers one of the most satisfying road wins of the season. The question wasn't if the Fever would bounce back. It was how they would make Atlanta pay for embarrassing them on their own floor.
Tuesday, we couldn't seal the deal. We lost it at the free throw line. Tonight, we sealed the deal. Tonight, we took the lead Late in the fourth, after being down 75-71 with 3 minutes left, we take the lead and we don't look back. The Indiana Fever leave the ATL with an 81-76 victory, and this game was pretty. Man, this game was pretty. Pretty ugly.
Here's something that would have terrified Fever fans just a few months ago. Caitlin Clark went 0-4, 5 from 3, but she shot just 4 of 11 from the field and finished with only 11 points. While below her usual standards, the IT was the first time since January 13th, 2022, that Clark played a game without hitting a single three-pointer. The last time that happened? Her sophomore year at Iowa.
What a win for the Indiana Fever against the Atlanta Dream. Good teams win ugly. And that was what was most impressive to me about the Fever's performance against the Dream.
On most teams, when your superstar struggles like this, especially on the road, you're staring down a blowout loss. Clark was hit with 5 personal fouls, limiting her impact on both ends of the floor. The foul trouble kept her sidelined during crucial stretches of the game. Any team that relies solely on its star would have crumbled under those circumstances. But this Fever squad? They were built different.
But getting in foul trouble early, I think, messed up her rhythm, and she didn't really have her legs, because it certainly was one of the worst performances of Clark's career from a production standpoint offensively. First time in her career she didn't hit a 3. So nothing to write home about from Cece. But that's okay, right? Even when, that's happening, game's on the line, she's got the basketball. She's got the basketball. Manipulates the defense, gets it to AB, who puts it away.
But this is where the 2025 Fever prove they've evolved into something far beyond what anyone expected. With Caitlin Clark struggling, it was Natasha Howard who rose to the moment, dropping a game-high 26 points on an incredible 12 of 17 shooting. She didn't just fill the gap, she led the charge.
I will say, you didn't have a good game last game. You bounce back today. If I'm the Atlanta Dream coach, I'm going into tonight with a game plan. Folks, make Natasha Howard beat us. Don't let Caitlin Clark beat us. Don't let Kelsey Mitchell beat us. Don't let Aliyah Boston beat us. Make Natasha Howard beat us. And Natasha Howard, she took on that challenge and she came through. Let's just think back a year ago. Who's that going to be? Katie Lou? Nope. Erica Wheeler? Nope. Nalissa Smith, you make me laugh.
This performance completely erased Howard's tough outing from the previous game against Atlanta. She dominated the second half, scoring 18 points, including 13 crucial points in the third quarter alone. Plus, she grabbed 7 rebounds, stepping up exactly when the team needed her most.
That's why we at least go out and get somebody like a Natasha Howard that when Caitlin Clark, Kelsey, and AB aren't hitting, when Caitlin Clark, Kelsey, and AB are getting hoed with fouls, there's somebody there that's competent offensively that can keep us in the game. And Natasha Howard, you did just that. 26 points, 7 rebounds. Way to go, Natasha Howard.